The white buffalo is a form of the Christ in Native American and whether all around the world. And that's the problem that we got here is the devil came in and told you of a historical Christ who did not exist. Who did not exist. And that's the problem that we have at this particular time. So now let me go through some things that's going on, because you know it's a beautiful day. And see, the thing about it is the white boy knew back in April that white people had started asking this question, saying this is some bullshit. So they came out and had scholars in Newsweek, Time, and USA Today talking about the search of Jesus. Who was he? And he still got that crack on here in 1996, you see what I'm saying? Who is he? His life and his meanings. So what it means is, and they got all these scholars trying to say that he did exist. You see what I'm saying? That's the reason. We're going to explain that. If people have problems with that, we need to explain that to the fullest. You see what I'm saying? Because that is a political move to take the gnosis or the knowledge or the light from the ancient people and put them in slavery. And that's what it is. And so we're going to deal with that particular part also too. So right now what I'm going to do is, we're going to go through a little bit of, what's that? Oh, that reminds me too. Okay. Yeah, so let's go into some things. First of all, a brother got a channel from Tupac. He got a channel from Tupac, and it's interesting. Soon as he was released from the physical body, he knew all his ancient knowledge, and he came down and was talking as what happens. The physical body is what keeps you locked in where you don't know the knowledge. So soon as he was released, he knew a certain amount of knowledge, and he came to this brother, was telling the brother, hey man, there is no more such thing as a time is over. It's just a matter of when the damn room gets filled up. You see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's like if it's over and somebody done brought in the damn fish tank, you're just waiting for the fish tank to get filled up, so it don't correspond with physical dates, because you can't really put a date on it, but you can understand the season, and we are in it now, and it's damn near over. You can tell when you're getting closer to the door. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's going on here. The same way I can tell when it's closer to rent time and shit. But anyway, he said that, but I'm going to tell you one of the other reasons about Tupac is Tupac Tupac said himself, and he told the sister, he said, well, I got killed based on my ego. And it's interesting because now all of a sudden they're trying to deify him and stuff like this. And we always do that. You see, try to deify people and stuff. And saying, you know what, he could have been another Malcolm X. Now let's be realistic about this shit. Tupac Shakur was as far as being another Malcolm X as a hog from the damn moon. But anyway, what happened was with Tupac is he had a certain amount of energy with him that kept him alive because he got shot all up the last time. But people don't know this. In June, the guards say, okay, you on your own, because Tupac did something that other rap artists never did before. And that was Tupac made a damn video in the back seat with Jodeci, in the back seat of a limo with all these goddamn white women all over his ass. All over his ass. And he got called on and he rushed back in and did another video of the same song where he got these black women on stage and him and Jodeci on stage. But where Tupac messed up was Tupac was in the back of a damn limousine with all these white women all over his ass. Anybody saw this video? So what the hell is going on here? You got to realize one thing about the rap culture. One thing you can say about the rap culture, there never was that whole Prince interracial type bullshit. You know what I'm saying? They would have white people in the video, like they have a pool party. You know, you invite there's some white girls that come over, because in real life, you have a party, you might have some white people that come over, you know what I'm saying, and y'all getting, you know, they have a party going on, you know, you got a club, you got white people up in there. So you notice they always did that, but none of the rappers ever really got intimate with these white women or whatever type thing. So when he was in the back of that doggone limousine, it showed the intimacy. And he got called on it because he rushed back in, and the video played for about a month. And then he rushed back in and he had to change and do the same song. So, you know, sometimes they do another video, it's a dub mix, you know, but he did the same song over, and I said, oh, he got called on it. You see what I'm saying? So even though he got called on it, it showed the true essence of how some of our people are when they talk all the talk and don't walk the walk. You see what I'm saying? Ain't no way in hell you won't talk and talk about how he said about the ghetto and all this kind of thing, but ain't nobody showing that video when he was around here with them doggone crackers all up in the back seat of his damn car, hooking up with them damn white women. You see what I'm saying? And so as a result of that, the spirits backed off from his ass, and so the next time they pulled up on him, he didn't have the energy. And it was interesting because one brother said that the brother needed a certain amount of spiritual essence around him, and see, all that damn counting money and I got this many hoes, and I got this much stuff. That shit ain't working no more. You see what I'm saying? So we can say all we want about it, because naturally we say good things about people when they dead. But that's not reality. And the reality is Tupac crossed the line with the spiritual world when he fucked up and put that beast in the backseat of the car. Why? Because we understand that rap music has the impulse of the black youth. And rap is doing good for one reason. There's a lot of negative things that went on with rap, but you must understand this part about rap. The rappers never really had all them damn white women around them. Now, our funk stars and rock and roll stars and all them blues stars, they always had them. Because they complained about Cameo back in 1986. They had that word up. They had all these white women in the damn video. But my point is the rappers came in because it was not associated with being hard. You understand what I'm saying? And having the doggone little Betty from goddamn Buckhead in your shit. Use the expression. So what happened was is when he did that, that crossed the line. Even your boy, when he was shaking the booty and all this kind of thing here, your boy from Miami, and even though we know that it did defile the black woman, they didn't have that white woman up in there. You see what I'm saying? It's one thing to have that beast up in your stuff. What message is that giving to a little boy? Now, Tupac is the number where everybody loves him. It's just one thing to have a rapper that nobody know about. But here's a man that everybody loves, and you're going to go and put this video out with all these white women in your stuff. What message is this sending? You see what I'm saying? And you know what? Isn't it funny? Now shit is actually beginning to, we say something 1 month, next month stuff is starting to doggone bear witness. So we said that they were going to raise up both Dennis Rodman and your other boy, RuPaul, and now both of them got TV shows coming on. RuPaul got a TV show coming on VH1, and Dennis Rodman has one coming on this fall on MTV. You see, they're raising up the big freak type thing. Yeah, plus, you know, on the first RuPaul show, what he doing? He kissing Dennis Rodman. Now, what kind of symbolism is that? A black man in 1996, two black men on the damn TV kissing each other. That's some foul stuff. And you know what I'm saying? And we're not talking about, and we're not in the job of bashing somebody for their sexual preference and stuff, because really in actuality the guards and the whole thing down here is fucked up, period. There ain't no morals, there ain't nothing down here, but the key is we understand the blueprint on what the white man is trying to do. You see what I'm saying? What the white man is trying to do. Now you see every time you turn around, like they say, they got the sisters freaking in every doggone thing. You see what I'm saying? So that's interesting too. Now it's interesting because we got some new information. First of all, we know that the whole OJ thing is back. Now, I told you, and it's funny, and this is the funny part about it, how stuff play out. Now, I told you last year that we had found that the O.J. Simpson trial, let me see if I can find this book. I think I put it in here. The O.J. Simpson was an ancient trial that they talked about, this great trial that would be held in Egypt in the last days, where they would try to mess the credibility of the black man up. So don't look at O.J. as the figure. Black people was on trial, right? And so this ancient trial, it was verbatim, but it was interesting because in this trial that they talk about, which is in the section of this book. In this book, which is a valuable book, From Fetish to God of Ancient Egypt by E. Wallace Budge, in the back of this book, they have papyruses out of the British Museum. This is the last book of his life, Budge, and so he decided to give up all these papyruses that he was actually writing all his books from. So in the back of this book, there's several papyrus, like the winged disc of Heru of Edfu, which is talking about if you didn't have the melanin, they cut off your head, which you get the movie Highlander from. You see what I'm saying? They say only one can be the Highlander, or the blood of kings running through you. So in this particular section of the papyrus in the back of this book, then when you see the legend of Heru Behutet, of the winged disc of Edfu, they're talking about if you didn't have that black dot, they would cut off your head. And in the legend of Heru Behutet, Behutet is an ancient word for melanin. It means the black dot or the black circle that we're talking about here. Or the black dot or the black circle, which we give a figure of the Gnostic Christ, Abraxas, and it gives you the black dot also right here in the wings and the Kundalini energy and all of this too. which we have several things of the black dot. And like I said, I always like to put this one up here because, you know, that's how your spirit looks outside of the body. And like I said before, some of you people, you might have seen some of these things some night, and you see a black silhouette and stuff. That's actually a person, and it can take different forms and stuff, but that's how you look. And so based on the people in England, based on the occultists in England, they're saying that you don't look like this, and in actuality you ain't real, or you ain't the gods. So therefore we know how that is. But listen, but we do know that in here there's a trial in who did not exist, and that's the problem that we have at this particular time. So now let me go through some things that's going on, because you know it's a beautiful day. And see, the thing about it is the white boy knew back in April that white people is his life and his meanings. So what it means is, and they got all these scholars trying to say that he did exist. You see what I'm saying? That's the reason. We're going to explain that. If people have problems with that, we need to explain that to the fullest. You see what I'm saying? The white buffalo is a form of the Christ in Native American, and whether all around the world. And that's the problem that we got here, is the devil came in and told you of a historical Christ who did not exist. Has started asking this question, saying this is some bullshit. So they came out and had scholars in Newsweek, Time, and USA Today talking about the search of Jesus. Who was he? And he still got that crack on here in 1996, you see what I'm saying? Because that is a political move to take the gnosis or the knowledge or the light from the ancient people and put them in slavery, and that's what it is. And so we're going to deal with that particular part also too. So right now what I'm going to do is, we're going to go